Hey, 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 I'm good. Hey, man. Oh, the prophecy is almost there, huh? Yeah. Now the picture's starting to come in clear. I don't hear all that talking no more. I don't hear all that mouth. All that bragging last week. I don't hear none of that today. I'm hearing crying and tears and that's all I'm hearing. Oh, I told you. I told you last week. Now they gonna listen. But this is only nothing to celebrate yet. I told you what was gonna happen. And we not even there yet. Cino's always right. Thank you. Yes, my birthday celebrations have been amazing. Oh, no, under no circumstances was that okay. I look well rested. Shoot, I'm tired. Tired as can be. I'm still going on fumes. The adrenaline of the birthday and the wins. The Chicago Bears shut them down. See, the way I see it is this. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. I can see a culture change. I can see a team starting to believe in itself. And it started towards the end of last season. Even with the old coach, they were starting to believe in themselves. They were starting to believe in Caleb Williams being their quarterback. They were starting to believe that they can actually win games. Ben Johnson just came and gave them the right direction and saying, hey, if we're down in the fourth quarter, it's no problem. We can win the games. We are the masters of ceremony. We control our own destiny. That's the part they were missing. That's the part that they needed, the confidence to know that they can accomplish any goals. And a coach that knows how to get them there. You see Detroit now? They have no offensive identity. They look horrible. They look lost. Detroit had just lost the game today, lost my parlay, lost everything because they don't have an identity on offense. And then their defense is tired, getting beat to the ground because of it. So now everyone's looking confused when there shouldn't be any confusion whatsoever. Now, well, the Packer fans wanted to brag. It's like, y'all went from first to seventh in 1 week. Now we're first and they went to seventh in 1 week. You see, Packer fans, you shouldn't be talking. And they're like, oh, Micah got hurt. Micah. Well, that's sad. You know, that's sad for Micah. I mean, I didn't care if Micah played or didn't play because he didn't do anything the first time he played us anyway. He can't catch Caleb Williams anyway. He was running them tired. He had to go against 3 mobile quarterbacks in a row. Cade, Bo Nix, and Cade. And for somebody like Micah, all the stops, cut, stop, cut, stop, cut, that's going to drain you. That's too much stress on your knees. So, of course, that was going to be the end result. We need the draft picks from Green Bay. Well, you pretty much gonna get them. Green Bay's done. Yeah, they're gonna beat the Packers, and then we're gonna beat the Packers. They're gonna be a 2-game losing streak after they play us, and we smack them all around Soldier Field. Because it's a short week. The game is Saturday night. And it's going to be cold. We're talking like below 0 temperature in Chicago. So all them deep old passes they want to keep throwing, bring it. Bring it. Everything you bring, we going to be ready for. We done already seen what y'all like to run, and we know y'all front runners. When it get late, and it get in the crunch time, y'all ain't made for this. And y'all gonna see. We gonna have Gordon back. We got everybody gonna be back. So, all right, we gonna see. The Bears dictate where the game's gonna take place, how the game's gonna be played. We're gonna dictate that. Oh, the Packers lost because they were trained for girls track. Watson, he crying like a baby because he's always hurt. He had a good week against the Bears, right? This week, he fall down and now his chest hurt. My chest. I'm like, you crying because the ball got taken from you like a little baby. Because you trained for girls track and not trained for football. They soft. They were just, Denver was folding them boys up. They soft, dude. They soft. Yeah, of course, nobody want to see anybody tear an ACL. I don't like Patrick Mahomes, but when he tore his ACL, I mean, I didn't root for him to tear his ACL. I don't want to see anybody tear their ACL or anything like that. But it wasn't having an outcome on the game. Like, Micah wasn't an impact on the game at all. So he couldn't catch up with Bo Nix. He couldn't do anything else. Patricia Mahomes is now can sit there and he can wear all the high heels and panties he wants in his own house. Him and his brother can change and exchange his wife's underwear. We can care less. They eliminated from the playoffs, so now Travis Kelce can focus on just him and Taylor Swift. He can go ahead and retire, and then Taylor Swift gonna dump his ass, but she can't get no more NFL coverage off of him. Yeah, she gonna dump his ass for Glenn Powell. And be like, she's now dating Glenn Powell. Yeah, I don't root for injuries. You know, injuries happen in the game. It don't mean anything for us, because that don't change anything. It might make it worse for us. The guy that replaced Micah might actually be effective, because Micah definitely wasn't effective. I know the way he played wasn't going to affect us one bit. ones they got to try to top. We the ones they got to try to beat. Yeah, the Cowboy game is coming on. So, you know what they say, it is what it is. But, yeah, the Cowboy game is coming on. So, yeah, we left this one place, man. It was terrible. Shadur here it is again. Shadur Sanders did not have a bad game. Okay, first of all, it was a sabotage meant by the Cleveland Browns. Kevin Stfansky once again sabotaged Shadur. He gave him a list of plays that were the most remedial plays in football history. Like, to start the game. It was the wrong set of plays. So when he's calling the plays and he's looking at his wrist, that's why they taking so long, because what he's calling is not on the sheet. So they had to come out the game and give him a new sheet. They were like, oh, that's the wrong sheet. Well, that's the sheet you gave him. You sabotaged the first 3 possessions. They had to wing it because he's like, well, we just got to go because time is wasted and these plays are not on this armband. When have you ever seen that? No, how am I making up? It happened in the middle of the game. What are you talking about? If you go back and watch the game. And you'll see when it happened. They even said on TV. How do you think I know about it? I'm looking right at it. The armband is all messed up. They don't have the right plays. They had to take that out and bring in a whole new thing and slide in the plays in his armband. Yeah, go rewatch it. It's like in the first quarter. You can't miss it. So this coach was sabotaging him from the jump. It wasn't about him having a bad game. He ran into Chicago Bears and he ran into a team that's playing in like 10 degrees weather and fired up. It is super cold, probably the coldest it's ever been this year. And you're by the lakefront, so it's even colder. And the Bears are that good. They're number 1 in takeaways. They know they bait you into getting interceptions. I bet the Bears get a turnover. They got 3. They really had 4. The ref took away one of ours. Did I like John Cena's last match? Saturday night's main event? Of course the Eagles gonna win today. They didn't have a game today. Everybody knew that. If you lose to the Raiders, who basically the whole team didn't quit except for Crosby. You see Crosby cussing out his team. Hey, man, what you doing? They looking like, oh, look, season over, dog. Trust me, if you play a whole game and got 0, you laying down. You ain't trying to get hurt for the rest of the season. They're like, oh, it's over. You think the Bengals said, hey, we finna go out here and play hard? Hell no. Once they start taking them hits from Baltimore, who fighting to get in the playoffs, no. Yeah, so Shadur was running for his life. He going up against a number 1 defense. Everybody act like, oh, Shadur, he got exposed. Man, he made some throws today that Dylan Gabriel wouldn't have been able to make. And if they had it was 4th and 1, right? They decided, okay, 4th and 1, let's punt. Let's punt? You got momentum. Why the hell would you punt? I'm like, it's cool because you're giving the ball back to the Bears. Kevin Stfansky should never be a coach. He should be fired. I would have fired him immediately out this game. Special teams is still a joke. From the opening kickoff, they ran the kick back to the 50. I'm like, oh man, what kind of special teams, baby? Good old Bubba. You still trusting in him. Because this is why you can't make certain offensive coordinators head coaches. They don't have the team. Kevin Stfansky is clear. He does not have the team. Then you got Myles Garrett out here about to injure himself to get the sack record in a game it's meaningless at this point. And the only thing I'm disappointed in the Bears is like, okay, you up 14-0. That don't mean you start trying to freestyle and come up and see what kind of new plays work. Nah, don't do that. You roll it up. Your team need to be as confident as ever. So you roll that score up to whatever it needs to be. Straight like that. Nobody should be playing any games with anybody out there. Yep, he got his 120 guaranteed. They love him in Green Bay, so he good. It's a shame he tore his ACL, but yeah, I don't know why they trying to wait on Micah and they don't want to break it to the public. Mahomes is tore his ACL. It's what it is. Same thing with Micah Parsons. He tore his ACL. He's out for the season. They both shut down this whole season. Well, the Cowboys lucked up not paying them the money. I wanted them to pay Micah. I wanted the Cowboys to pay Micah Parsons so they can suck up all their money so they can't get any players. Now they can actually sign some players. Yeah, they got the Vikings game going on. No, I don't really care about those games, man. Yeah, absolutely. So if somebody is saying something that is avert to what we're saying, okay, they got belief in somebody else going there. I just like the Bears' chances against all these teams because believe me, these teams look bad. The Rams, really? The Rams is trash. Ball them up, throw them in the trash. That team is trash. New England, trash. All these teams they got up there are beatable. Seattle, beatable. All these teams are beatable. And I'm like, look, all the bums are on top. The Bears can walk through them all, chew them up. We're the only official team out here. Because you know why? We play physical. We play black and blue. They was like, Detroit beat y'all last time. Yeah, we had guys out. We were improvising. It was next man up, but we still had a lot of guys out. So now when Detroit sees us, our guys are back in the lineup. And it's just like playing fantasy football and you got some of your players that's out on your roster, right? Bye weeks. And then somebody bragging that they beat you. Yeah, I beat the number one team. Be like, dude, I had 3-4 players out. I'm playing my bench. But it's okay. So down the stretch, they should be healthy. By the time the playoffs come around, I'm going to have a healthy person back. And I'm going to take him off IR and stick him back in the game. and we're going to stick it to you. Go Spurs, go. Sunday Night Football. How about them Cowboys? Oh yeah. Green Bay. The slackers. I told you. This is just one game. I said 2-game losing streak. This might be the last game y'all win for the season. I was dead serious. Y'all thought I was joking. This was it. Y'all are done. Let me talk to you for a minute. The Bears figured y'all out in the second half. Y'all are done. The referees had to carry them in that game. Like they tried to carry him in this game, and by giving him a pass interference so they could score that last touchdown on Denver. Now, Denver is a legitimate team because of their defense. They cornerbacks and they front four, they are very efficient. The team that's a monster, that team nobody want to face right now, is the Houston Texans. The Texans have become a monster. Once they start learning how to play together, they look like the Tampa Bay Bucks when they start figuring it out. And then the next year they won the Super Bowl with Brady. That's what the Texans look like. The Texans look like, okay, we figured it out. And now it's time to go win a championship. So next season, the Texans is going to be a monster. Don't be looking at the Texans as a team that y'all just walk through. Marco Ryans, one thing he do know is defense and how to recruit defense. And that's why they looking like what they are right now. Because people be like, they ain't fighting no playing nobody. Look what they doing defensively to teams. That's how y'all fell asleep. And when Tampa, the way they were playing, right before they got Brady, you thought that was an accident? Then they had David and White as the two dual linebackers, the front fold. That team was looking vicious. They wasn't allowing anything. They just needed a quarterback. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you have people you don't believe in. You know, planes are flying in over my head. You know I'm at the airport. Planes are landing. I mean, that plane was right over my head. That must have been an international plane. It's the airport, baby. O'Hare. I hate a terrible driver. You gotta drive for the people around you. What you don't do is run over rubbish that you know is going to fly back into somebody else's car. That's like me running over a hubcap or something that's going to pop up and probably go into the windshield of another car. Stupid. I look tired and drunk. No, I'm not. No, I don't. I am tired though, but not like I'm about to pass out type tired. Just running on adrenaline right now. From my birthday till now. Now here's the news, and I want people to understand what I'm saying here. The Detroit Lions just lost because they don't have a heart no more. They don't. The heart has been drawn out of them. They're losing at home, they're losing on the road, and they're losing the games in the second half. The Rams scored like 21 unanswered points in the third quarter. Then towards the end, Detroit could start figuring it out and start playing football. It's like, what are you doing? It's like they fall asleep. Their brain fall asleep offensively when they run into crucial situations on 3rd and 4th. And they used to just go for it on every 4th down, and it could cost them like 3 games, and they were looking so stupid and lost. I'm like, dude, you gave away games because you're going for it on 4th down when you don't need to. Punt the ball sometimes. Trust your defense. But if you don't have faith in your defense, I see why they're going for it on 4th down. Now, yeah, it's fitting. Mahomes is out. The Chiefs are out. And what did I tell you? When they was in Kansas City and they had like that shooting to celebrate that back-to-back championship or whatever, right? You remember that? And they was like, oh, it's a dynasty in Kansas City. And they had that shooting in the crowd. What did I tell you? What did I tell you was going to happen to the Chiefs after that? I said the Chiefs are not going to win another championship. It's done. They're not going to have another celebration parade in no doggone Kansas City. It is over. I told y'all when that shooting incident happened, they ain't going back. They done. And as you can see, this is the first time they didn't even make the playoffs. Now last year they sucked. And they carried them to the Super Bowl. Just so they could be served up to the Eagles, who they screwed over to do this whole BS they want to run. They screwed over Cincinnati. They screwed over a lot of teams in the Super Bowl. So finally, everybody was happy. They was happy after this Super Bowl. It was justice for what they did to them when they played the first time when Mahomes was hurt and injured, and they didn't even know was he even going to play in the Super Bowl. And he got outplayed by Justin Fields or Jalen Hurts. Same guy. Don't sleep on the Ravens or the Steelers. One of them are going. And whoever goes is going to be the most dangerous team in the game. They want to push the Buffalo Bills so bad. They want this bum to get a championship. Too easy. Man, I got out here pretty fast. I'm already at the DoubleTree. Come on, Smaller. Come on. What makes Tom Brady legendary is what's going to make, I think now Williams is going to be considered one of the GOATs. Because he knows how to play with this coach. He knows the best way. I mean, I've seen him make some pocket passes, and he's better in the pocket. But when he rolls out and make things happen, I would just like for him to take off more. To say, I know he keeps trying to wait for something to happen, but take off. Like, he missed a tight end on a 4th down play that really drove me insane. I'm like, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and really go for it, you got a guy in front of you that's open. Take it. And they only took this risk because they knew that Shadur is new. He's a young quarterback. He hasn't seen a lot. It's only like his 4th start. And he wasn't going to have a monster game against the Bears. But he still got yards and everything. Like, he made some big throws. The Bears are a team that's grimy, gritty, and buddy. A lot of those guys on the team are thinking, I ain't trying to get hurt. I am not going to spend my summer in a boot or a cast. They're making business decisions out there. Not really. Don't really care. It's wholly about the Bears. It's about the Bears, and that's it. Bears, Bears, Bears. We don't care about what anybody else is trying to do. That's their thing. Our thing is the Chicago Bears. And when you get in front of us, we smack you in the mouth. That's it. Nobody has any time to be worried about them. stuff. So nobody we knew were ever even thinking about none of the stuff that the majority of y'all think about. We think about football. And matched up with us, the Green Bay Packers should not even, we gave them 14 points, damn near 21. So they barely even scored on us, period. Everybody act like they just lit the Chicago Bears up. No, sir. This is it for them. There are no do-overs. The majority of the people around, they don't even want anything to do with nothing these people are talking about. I mean, nothing. I mean, perhaps if you found somebody who was, let's say, they were in a good headspace, right? Like their mind was straight and they had their mind right and they was ready to get things going. If they had their mind straight and got their mind right, maybe they could do something. Oh, I saw a highlight from the Spurs game. Somebody crossed LeBron up, made him fall down. He was falling into a Spurs player. They breaking his ankles. He tripped over his own foot and ran into the Spurs player. He fell down, feet all in the air. Oh, it was beautiful to watch. Micah tore his ACL. He's out for the season. I mean, they wishing it was a meniscus, but they know it's a torn ACL. He's out for the season. Who you talking about? That's all I'm trying to think about. Who? What's the player? Who's the player? What are you talking about? Mahomes is not black. Well, it don't matter. He tore his ACL, whatever you want to call it. Mixed, Edomite, whatever. Mulatto, he tore his ACL. Don't matter. The refs are on LeBron's ass today. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that game later when I get back to the house. So the Suns game, I want to see Dylan Brooks get all in his face and shut him down again. Did you just say Patrick Mahomes is a good quarterback? He's basic. He's got a strong arm. He can't make certain throws. He can't put the ball in certain spots. But today's game is like that now. It's more arcade. So you're not going to see any more real quality, football, in other words. What you're going to get is another watered down rendition of football. And whatever football is supposed to be today. Yeah, past Michael Jordan's house again. So that's that. You was at the game today? I'd have sold my ticket so fast. I can't sit in these games no more. It's like I got skin on bone now. I ain't got nothing to keep me warm. I remember though, they didn't used to have that as an option for most of the what you were talking about, the games. I didn't see that as an option in most of them. Really? If they stretch it so far back, then I didn't see it really being a problem. So it's a lot of illegal shifts that the Green Bay Packers use. They tight ends is getting away with illegal shifts, holes. They're a dirty team. The Green Bay Packers are a cheating, dirty team. It's their nature. They've always been a cheating, dirty team. It goes all the way back to Charles Martin, the play he did on Walter Payton, and injuring Jim McMahon's shoulder. You know, the Packers have always been like thugs. And they still carry that tradition everywhere they go. Team is just horrible. Jordan Love should have been a Bear. And then we wouldn't have this Caleb Williams situation. I told him before he signed the deal, I was like, man, get the Bears a chance, man. And he was like, oh no, Caleb's going to be all right. He's a good quarterback. That's what he told me. Like, man, y'all got Caleb Williams, man. He's going to be a good quarterback. I was like, don't you believe it? Just... And before that, we had Justin Fields. And right before Fields got traded, I was talking to DJ Moore, and he was like, oh man, I believe in my quarterback, man. We good. We're gonna be all right. DJ, this is not the team for you to get all connected to. Cause that guy gotta go. That guy cannot play quarterback. You better transfer to a running back or something else. He is not a quarterback. Not a good one. And he didn't have every chance in the NFL book. He was in the Bears, the Steelers had him. Then he's the Jets quarterback. And who knows where he's going to be next year. Like when they got DeVito. I don't even think DeVito was in the NFL no more. Shouts out to Seahawks Jose Rodriguez, man. Keep holding it down. And welcome to HDII TV. Rivers, yeah, for the miracle game winner. He the one cost me the game. I should have known. I was like, give the ball to Taylor. Why are we not giving the ball to Taylor? Why are we sitting here trying to win the game with Rivers, who's 44 years of age? He was just in here to see if he could throw a touchdown. Yeah, I did it. I came back and I threw a touchdown. Man, Phillip Rivers then wasted tons of years with the Chargers. Well, yeah, the Packers, it's like this, man. When the team stinks and they're just a bad team altogether, it just don't make sense. It don't make sense for someone to try to galvanize themselves to represent whatever that team is supposed to be about, when that team is nothing but dirty cheaters. They're filthy and they're no good. When I look at them, that's what I see. The Packers are just, as a team, collectively, they're no good. The Bears are better. Every which way across the board. Now, quite sure you got others that'll tell you otherwise. But before the game, they were trying to fight before the game with Denver. But see, it's like a little Chihuahua barking against some doggone Great Danes or some Cane Corsos. You barking. You barking up the wrong tree. Deflate gate. Brady didn't need to cheat. That team was just inferior. And they got beat because they suck. It was the Colts. So, anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Talk to y'all later. Goodbye.